On this episode of My Swing Evolution, I'm going to show you something that will help you hit laser-like irons, and I'm going to show you what could be the very finest golf clubs ever made. I'm happy to say that we just cracked 5,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. It's an honor. And I wanted to let everybody know that there's a new My Swing Evolution Facebook page, and I'm also on Twitter at MySwingEvo. Now, the Facebook page is fantastic because it's a much easier way to communicate. Trying to keep up with the comments on my 90-something videos is practically impossible. So if you have a question on My Swing Evolution, it's a lot easier to go to the Facebook page if you want to correspond with me. But other than that, we've got a very important lesson today, the LaSeR. I'd like to talk today about something that I feel is very important to understand about the golf swing, yet I've never seen anybody talk about it, at least in the way that I'm going to try and talk about it today. To me, when I look at a golf swing, I see a three-part swing. The swing is one motion that has three distinct parts. The entire time that I've played golf since 1977, I've always heard of a backswing and a downswing. Even Mr. Hogan talks about this. But to me, when I look at the golf swing with an open mind and I forget about all the garbage that I've been taught in the past, I see one swing with three parts. So let me explain a little bit. When I look at a person hit a baseball, a great slugger, they just hit the ball. It's one swing. When I see Roger Federer blast a forehand in tennis, it's one swing. When I see somebody riding on a polo pony and they hit a shot down the field, it's one swing. There's no backswing that stops and then they initiate forward momentum. And I think the golf swing should be that same way. So the three parts of the swing are what I call the load, the stretch, and the release. I like the term LaSeR for an acronym, LSR. And there's a big difference between the classic golf swing that I'm beginning to teach and the modern golf swing, because it only has two parts. It just has the stretch and release. Well, let me explain. The classic swing, the first part, the load, everything moves away together. The hips, the shoulders, the hands, and the club. One piece takeaway. It's all moving back together. Now the stretch occurs before the club reaches the top of the backswing. Suddenly the hips begin to initiate a move to the left while the upper body is still settling into place and getting its full stretch. We established something that I've referred to in the past as the power stretch. The elbow, which was close to the hip at the beginning of the swing and through the loading phase, during phase two, suddenly there's a separation from the left elbow and the left hip. This creates the stretch. The third part of the swing, the release, occurs when the hips have faced the target and the stretch is being relinquished by the upper body. This is what true lag is, by the way. The upper body lagging behind the lower body. So when the upper body unwinds, all this power that's stored up is released as energy into the ball. So it's load, stretch, release. This is a really important concept to understand because all the more complex things that we're going to get into in the future are going to be they're going to be built upon this. So I think that it's really important that you see these three phases of the swing and that you can feel that the swing is one motion, one continuous motion. And it's a loop. The loop is hidden the faster the backswing goes. You can see a big loop in Jim Furyk, but with my swing, it's rather small. But I certainly feel capturing the club head and the drop and release through the ball. So I'll show you some examples of this today on the range, and hopefully this will help your game. My brother Michael are headed down to Play It Against Sports because I had him put something on hold for me I'm very excited about. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was going to tweet the pictures last night, and I was like, man, I just can't say no. I got to go down here. So you'll see what it is in a second. Hey man, can't you step on it? New irons, look out! Right, here we are, the used golf mecca. Look at these! Sunburst logo. I got my new Hogan Apexes. These were the #1 irons on the PGA Tour in the early 1970s. So we're going to head out to the range and we're going to see if they can sing. What are you thinking?
That's beautiful. They fly really nice. I mean, it's got a higher trajectory than my irons.
What was your first thing that you noticed?
Oh, they're a lot heavier. These are a lot heavier than my blades. Probably, I don't know how much heavier how you would describe it, but they're a lot heavier. They're very solid and they're very stiff.
That's the main reason why I got these irons, is because my Hogan Apex 2s are a 3 shaft, which I believe is regular. Then they're stiff and extra stiff, so these are 5s. Yeah, they feel like you got to put some mustard on it. That's some clean striking.
You know what? That's amazing how they fly. They just like go like this and then they just drop just like a parachute out of the sky.
It's a little strange, but some days when I come out, I have a foot slide, and some days I don't. I don't know why that is, but today I got the slide.